Osurayakovitis, and today we will be doing some science stuff. Okay, New Year has passed not so long ago, and I thought why not making this channel series where I review the animes which started and ended last year. So here we go, the animes I watched and liked in 2019, and it's the first intro of a video where I'm not using any sketch. I try to improve this year, so let's see where it goes. And if you see some mistakes in my grammar, please write in the comments below the most annoying mistakes I wanted to improve. And yes, last year I saw 3 animes which started and ended last year. So Dr. Stone, Kimetsu no Yaiba or Demon Slayer, and Danberu no Moteru or How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift. So right, I saw these 3 anime, they were dope, I loved it, and they are actually unique anime, and they were really different, so I'm making 3 different videos, and actually 4 because Dr. Stone having a special video. Shortly, Dr. Stone science anime, Kimetsu no Yaiba is like shady demons, a little bit jokes, and the heroic anime, I mean the main character tries to save his sister, and Danberu no Moteru is a fitness anime because training, gym, and all that stuff. Anyways, today Dr. Stone, I love this anime, and I hope you loved it too. I know it is really good and unique actually, because I haven't seen any anime like that for so long. I mean, I never saw that kind of anime. I mean, there is no much big fights, no much big like romance things. There is some, but the main thing is science, and it's actually science-based anime. All the experiments they make, all the things, you can do it in real life, like how to produce electricity, how to make like some kind of chemical things, how to make like even phone, or how to make cola from scratch, from nothing. So that's cool things that you can try to make it at home, and actually some are really dangerous, like gunpowder and Exebida, but some of you guys saw this anime, some of you not, so I'm making like short the beginning, what happened in the beginning, to know what this anime is about. So basically the anime begins like where there are 3 students with friends. One is Taiju, one Senku, and Yuzuria, the girl. Taiju loves Yuzuria, and Senku is Taiju's friend, who is really like in the science stuff. He's really clever. He all the time spends in the laboratory or at his home making some stuff, like even constructing mini rockets to launch to space, or even like some extreme stuff that science people do, but really not students. So he is really on the next level, like a genius, I can say. The Taiju is opposite. He's pretty dumb, stubborn, but he's like hyped every time, and he's a fitness guy. He is a fitness guy in his school, very strong, and he loves Yuzuria. He wants to confess the love with her, and he's afraid to do that. So for so long time, and finally he gets ready to confess his love for Yuzuria, and his other classmates watching from a window and like doing these things where, what do you think, if he is going to confess or not? So, and almost everyone didn't believe that he will confess, and even Senku, even though we are friends with Senku, but Senku said, I can give you some to drink, some mix I made from chemistry, you know, and it can help you to get luck and Exebida. But Taiju said, no, I'm going to do it myself. And that Senku said, congrats, Big Wolf, because I would have given you, I think, the fuel for the cars or something like that. I don't now remember that good, but yes, something like fuel. And but he said that I knew that your character wouldn't let to drink it, because even if you didn't know that it is fuel, because you want to do it yourself. So congrats, Big Wolf. And yes, that Big Wolf with Taiju under the tree outside goes to Yuzuria and starts to say his words that he loves her, but when he opens his mouth, the biggest tragedy in the world comes. I don't know from where, nothing knows until now even. There is like big green wave coming to the earth, and all the people in the world becomes to stone. Animals, not all the animals. Sometime before that, people saw some animals in the stone, and they thought that it is just like they didn't know it was actually anomaly. But now all the world becomes to stone, all the people, and time passes. Nature takes the place of the cities, and one day after so many years, Taiju wakes up. He gets broken down from this stone, from these petrification things, and all the time, all the years, it is 1,000 years past, he remembers Yuzuria, and he's thinking like, I'm going to confess my love with her, I'm going to confess my love, and he never stops, he never gives up, and he don't actually lose his consciousness. All the time he stay conscious, and yes, he wakes up, and what he do? After thinking more than 3,000 years about this thing, he go outside and go search for Yuzuria. He says that, I know, she is alive too, I woke up, so she should too, and he's searching for his statue, and he finds under a big tree, that old tree we've grown for so many years, and he finds Yuzuria's statue lying, and all the plants around have grown, and nature took over a place. It is jungle now, and he goes to the statue, and he don't know how to revive her. He sees that she is like in the stone, and the thing happens. Senku, his friend, says, "Hey, big wolf, finally you woke up." And the thing was that Senku woke up some time ago, and actually he was the first which was in that cave, because the thing was that from that cave, from the top of the cave, there is like nitric acid or some like fluid flowing, and the drops were dropping by that liquid, and it was really fortunate because it fell right on the Senku, and maybe after a lot of years, Senku just woke up because this nitric acid destroyed the stone, the outer shelter, and he got broken out, and yes, he woke up like that. So the thing was that later it didn't work for other people, because they even Taiji, when woke up, he wanted to revive Yuzuria. He said, "Senku, hey, let's took the statue of hers." They took it, but Yuzuria didn't woke up, because the thing was that I personally think that that nitric acid was too weak, and it just worked for people who was always conscious and always wanted to broke out, and the Taiji was always conscious because he always felt love, and the Senku, the ultra smart genius boy, he always counted. He said, "I want to show the world the real time when I wake up. If I don't do it, no one in the world gonna do it." So he's with that good mentality counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 101, 102, 1001, 1003, and that counted, and he literally counted 3,500 years plus, and when he woke up, he wrote it on the wall, and to remember, and the season, he wrote even the season, because he wanted, if he felt like petrification is going off, he wanted to wake up actually on the spring, to not die actually, and because in the winter, you know, cold and etc. So yeah, these two people was unique. They were conscious all the time, haven't slept even, they wanted to sleep. Their mentality wanted to, their thoughts wanted to shut down. They wanted to shut down their heads, but they always stayed conscious, and it is really hard because always dark. Your body is stone, so I think it could be a strange feeling. But anyways, like I said, Senku carried Taiji body to the cave, and that's how Taiji woke up too, like I said in the beginning. And like Senku said, that I knew you, big wolf, you don't going to give up, you are going to wake up, actually. And now Senku is thinking, he wants to make a liquid that would revive all the petrified people and animals and etc. Animals, there are a lot of animals, like just people, just all the people were petrified, and he wants to help them. So right, he's going on his science stuff, he's making the acid that would revive the people from stones, it should be stronger, and then now Taiji can help a lot more because Senku is physically weak, he is just mentally strong, and the Taiji is opposite. He is the spontaneous guy. He don't think at all, but he just have a power. So he was the muscles of the team, and the Senku was the brain of the team. And that's how it started. They probably were the first people who woke up. Anyways, if you haven't seen the anime, I won't tell you what will be before or after, but Senku has the vision to revive all the society with past, with died, and to revive all the people from stones and to recover the civilization, because so many things lost, all the things, I mean everything humanity achieved, it was lost. But the people hearts was alive inside the stone bodies. So if they are revived, everything can be remade. So that's how everything started. So if you haven't seen the anime, so go and watch it. Actually, really unique. I think you never saw this kind of anime before because not so many are about these things like life restarting things. So it's like you really can see how life would be if everything wipe out to the zero and we have to start all over again. So I think it would be a very strange feeling, and many people would give up. But the people like Senku, like Taiji, haven't give up. So go and see if you haven't seen, and if you have seen, let's remember, because this is the review of mine perspective, how I like the anime, and I will say that the spoilers will come, so I will say then new people should go away and go to watch this anime to not get spoiled, you know, and basically all the things happens, and for new people I wanna say the concepts of the main ideas of the anime before they go away, because that's what's important in this anime. So I love the fact that, I mean, main characters are two, like Taiji and Senku, usually a little bit. But in this season, don't expect Taiji to be the main character, because the Senku will be. In the first episodes they will be free, and in the other episodes they will be just Senku, because something is happening. I won't say what will happen, because we will have to part with their ways. And basically, I love the fact that what Senku said, that if you give up, everything is lost, but and you have to always move small steps forward, because no one going to do it for you. And later on, when he wanted to make, you remember guys, even the phone, because it was needed for a war which will be in the next season. I hope the war will stop, there will be no war, because it's anime not about that, and I think that it should be in the opposite way. But anyways, I will talk about it later, because now there's new people. So basically what I wanna say is that some other people which were unpetrified already, they said, you are crazy, Senku, because it's not possible to make phone, because we don't have anything, we don't have, you know, factories and all that stuff. And he says, we don't need that, we can start from making the old phone, the most basic version of it, and it will be good too, because it will be one step forward. And they say and the others say no, but it's hard too, it's not possible, and all that stuff. And Senku says, wait, let's start from the beginning, you know, with all the map, and we have to go do this, then mix these chemistry things to make these furnaces, make all that stuff, and a lot of things to make. And there's the big tree, you do these things, one step, other step, and after a lot of time you will see that bam, you have all the things for the phone and you can do it. So everything is possible, just go with the small steps, and that's a very good idea of this anime. So definitely watch this anime, because there is a lot of good ideas, motivational things, and real science things, and it's actually logical anime. There's no things that not logical. I mean, there is some things, but anyways, it is anime, so it don't have to be just a real life based movie, you know. But a lot of things are logical, and there is no superpowers. There is a little bit, of some people, but they are not really that big, and I think they're even possible in this life. The only thing that's not logical is that people turn to stones, but that's the main concept of the anime, and that's like the mysterious thing, and the other things are like really logical and real good. And anyways, there are some real memes in this anime, and there are like little cartoon things that makes it more alive and more funnier to watch. So yes, go and watch it if you liked what I said. And now the spoilers will start. And so I decided to split this video into 2 parts because I wanted to make it shorter, and the part 1 will be this part where everyone can watch, and the other part will be just for those people who saw the Dr. Stone anime. So at the end of this video I wanna show you to do some exercise with you, and I thought why not to do like this mini thing, preparation for surviving in the Stone world. Imagine you appear in the Dr. Stone world, so it will be 3 episodes of Dr. Stone review, and in every episode we will do some kind of training for that kind of situation. So today we will go running and we will go do push-ups.
Being able to don't lose stamina and move long distance is a must in a wild. Running is super good for stamina, leg power, fat burning and health. After this video go for a jog, choose yourself the distance, but promise to get yourself up and have a nice run. Even though few minutes are better than nothing, I recommend you to have at least 20 or 30 minutes jog to build that stamina you'll need, or even for an hour if you are a runner. Today it's stamina training, so you don't wanna lose breath in life-threatening situations. Good luck! When you come back from the run and go and do simple push-ups, make sure your body is in straight line and your elbows don't go to the sides when you perform the exercise. You can make exercise harder and more focused on your shoulders by leaning forward. If you can't do a push-up, it is a problem in the Stone world. Actually 3 years ago I was barely able myself do even 1 push-up. You have time to get stronger, do push-ups on your knees, it's still really good until you unlock real push-up. Push-ups are important to build strength, arm stamina, mobility, power. You will need that in Stone World to do stuff, to climb and a lot more. Actually every anime protagonist does push-ups while training, unless it's not training type of anime like Dr. Stone. Do 4 sets of max number of push-ups you can do. If you cannot do more than 10 at once, you can do more sets, but aim to do at least 50 push-ups overall. So don't forget the training. If you liked the video, press a like and definitely subscribe the channel. And see you in the other part of Dr. Stone review and in the all other episodes.